Hey there friends, I'm so excited to introduce you to the brand new exclusive ink colors from Close to My Heart. You can find these in the Core Products catalog on page 98. Each one says new at the top, and I'm excited to share these with you today. Let's start out with the color Flamingo. I'm going to try to go in Roy G. Biv colors. I have this really cool stamp here. It looks like a watercolor paint splotch sort of thing in the Bloom with Grace scrapbooking stamp set. And I love to stamp these with kind of like a solid stamp that really shows off their colors first. Okay, let's take a look at Flamingo. Trying to get it nice and inky here so that you guys can see the perfect colors. Look at that. It's quite pretty. Another thing I like to do, I'm going to clean off my stamp here and turn my acrylic block around and just get some of the color on there and use a water brush, because then I can see what it looks like if I paint it. So that's Flamingo, quite a pretty pink color. Let's take a look at Scarlet next. I love that these colors are fresh colors ready for fall. Let's see what Scarlet looks like. I'm going to stamp that baby twice, fill in the gaps. So there is Scarlet, and then if I turn my acrylic block over, get a little bit of ink on there, super pretty. I really like that one. It has a really kind of rusty red color. Okay, now let's take a look at Desert Rose. That one is really super pretty. It's not as red as Scarlet. It's a bit more muted too. So let's get some of that color. You can really tell the difference there. Next up we have Cinnamon. Ooh, Cinnamon is much deeper. Definitely like a cinnamon stick, so it's very aptly named. I'm gonna clean off my brush here. Look at how pretty that is. So all those colors together, those warm hues, would be so pretty for a fall project, a card. Just love those together. Okay, so those are kind of our more red and pink hues. Let's take a look at Sundance. This one is yellow. There we go. This is Sundance. Really pretty. All these colors are like a sunset. Okay. And then let's go to a green. The new green color is Avocado, which I love avocados, so I'm pretty excited about the name of this one. Okay, here's Avocado. Let's take a look how that does with some water. Really pretty. I love that one. Okay, let's take a look at Bluebell. I'm almost to the bottom of my page here, so I'm going to go back to the top. I love the name of this one, and I love this gray blue color. I think that this one might be one of my favorites. Oh yeah, Bluebell, that is so pretty. So it's a really kind of slate blue color. Pretty. Okay, and the last color I have here is Grape. Oh, such a beautiful deep purple. And I'm really excited to use these colors together. I'm going to do that in just a few minutes to make a card because I think that they will be stunning all together. Okay, so let's just do a little recap here of each of these beautiful new colors from Close to My Heart. First up, we have Flamingo, which you can see right there. Next up, we have Scarlet, which is here. Desert Rose, right there. Cinnamon is there. Then we have Sundance, which I stamped twice here. Avocado, which is right there. Bluebell here. And finally, Grape. I just love all of these new colors and I'm so excited to use them. Let's create something really beautiful with these new colors. So I just received this textured leaves stamp set and it's absolutely gorgeous. And since fall has just begun, I wanted to make a few cards with this beautiful set. Now I've grabbed some plain white cardstock, some just smooth white cardstock, and I've cut it at 4 inches by 5 1/4, just so I have a nice edge on the side once I layer it up with some cardstock. Now I've grabbed a few of my brand new colors here, and I'm just stamping the leaves. I'm not changing the colors. I'm choosing one leaf and stamping in a few different colors. The way I usually approach these kinds of stamps is to stamp in threes or two, so uneven numbers. So right now I have 5 leaves there in my ready colors. Look how pretty this is once you add the yellow. Now this is a simple card. I'm not doing anything fancy with this one, no embossing. And you always want to think when you're starting out a card design where you're going to put your sentiment. And because these are simple cards, I'm going to just stamp everything. I'm not going to die cut anything out. I'm just playing with these gorgeous inks. So this card is going to have all of the warmer hues from these brand new inks. Look how pretty this is once you add that purple in. Isn't it gorgeous? So I just really love it. And then you can see I've created a nice hole there for my sentiment. Next up, let's play with the avocado. I love this green. It is so pretty. And I'm going to start off with the really big leaf in avocado. How gorgeous is that? And then because it's so big, I'm just going to stamp 2 of those across from each other. I really like that cinnamon color. It is so pretty, but I think Desert Rose might be my favorite of all. And then Sundance here. Look how pretty this card is coming together. And you notice that I stamp them across from each other so that the weight is distributed across the card. The colors are distributed there. Now look what I'm doing here. I am rubbing my card front with some powder and using Versamark ink, using the smaller leaf and grabbing some gold embossing powder here just to add a little bit of shine to the card. It's going to make it so incredibly pretty. And because I like to do things in threes, I'm going to add another one over here and just layer it. Don't be afraid to layer these colors, friends. And then it's just so quick for me to heat emboss that gold embossing powder until it is nice and shiny, and you can see it there when it hits the light, how beautiful and shiny it is. How pretty is that? Oh, I just love it. I'm just going to zap this one a little bit more. There we go. So two cards. Well, two card fronts really, really quick. Okay, let's see what we can do for the third one. I haven't used this long skinny leaf yet, and I haven't used the bluebell. Now you might think I don't know of any blue leaves, but you never know. You never know, friends. I'm sure there is a plant somewhere that has blue leaves, so I'm going with it. And then I'm using avocado again. I think on this card I'm going to try to use all of the colors, or at least most of them. So here we go with Sundance. And notice again, I am putting them across from each other to distribute the weight evenly. So, so pretty. Now this is Scarlet. I just love these leaves. I just think they're the most beautiful thing. And the size of them is great for both cards and for scrapbook layouts. So think of how beautiful a layout would be stamped with these big leaves in the background. I also love using this grape color with these leaves. It's so super pretty. And it adds that deep, deep color that the rest of them don't have. Now I'm just going to fill in the gaps here, and I wanted to add another green leaf, and then there's one little hole down there at the bottom, so I'm going to grab my bluebell again and that skinny leaf, and you can see there that all the leaves are pointing towards the center, so it really makes your sentiment pop. Now let's check out what we can add for sentiments here. I have the Bloom with Grace collection cardstock, and I'm going to cut this coordinating cardstock to add a frame around my card fronts. Now I use Desert Rose because you know that's my favorite. Avocado. I just love these colors. I think they're so beautiful and they're so perfect for fall. And I'm also going to use Sundance. That dusty rose color of the Desert Rose is just so beautiful, and it looks so pretty in the Bloom with Grace collection. So I have these 3 cardstocks cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you see there's just that little edge of color on the outside, and I'm using my close to my heart adhesive runner here. Look at that shine, isn't it so pretty? Okay, so on the Bloom with Grace sticker sheet, there are a couple stickers here that I love. This one says thankful, and I am going to go ahead and put some dimensional adhesive on the back of that because I think because it's a sentiment, it's going to look really nice, just popped up there in the center of all of those colorful leaves. And then underneath, I'm adding this sticker that says Forever Grateful. So look how simple and easy that was. I love it. To finish that one off, I'm going to grab the gold loose sequins. I love these sequins. They're so beautiful. They have a mixture of, you know, stars and clear designs and matte and shiny designs, so you can get a little bit of everything in one packet of sequins, which I love. So I'm using this American Crafts quick drying glue. It's very fast drying to just adhere those on. 5 of those around my sentiment just to add that little bit of sparkle and shine. Now, if you're watching this and you might want to leave me a comment just to say, please go and get some tweezers because it's been on my list for a long time and I keep forgetting to get tweezers. So that's something I really need to grab. Okay, let's go with the next card. Now, this is one of my favorite stamp sets. It's retired. This was the Grateful Heart card making stamp set, and I believe it was from last year, but I just really love it, and it has some really pretty sentiments in it. And you know what? Stamps are there to use just forever. So I just added that beautiful thank you to the middle, and look how perfect that is. Just easy peasy. I'm also going to use another sentiment from that same stamp set because I need lots of thanks and lots of just any day, just want to send a friend a message card. So I'm going to use this hello friend, and I'm going to do what I did before and use that gold embossing powder with my Versamark ink, and I am going to add a little shiny sentiment here to the middle and heat set that baby. It is going to be so pretty. I just love it. Look how pretty that is. I love it with all those warm hues in those leaves. My glue gets a little bit stuck. I need to go in and pull out whatever's making it stuck. And I'm just going to add some sequins to these last 2 cards to finish them off. I love to show you guys new things, but remember that you always have stamps in your arsenal that you may have forgotten about. So it's worth a look to go back and see what stamps you might have from last year or the year before that would work perfectly with your brand new stamps like I did here today. So I'm just adding 5 more sequins to this thank you card. And I love that mix of green and yellow and that deep red color on this one. I just think it's so pretty. So these were 3 really simple and easy cards to create with these brand new exclusive inks. Oh my goodness, friends, it was so fun to play with these brand new exclusive inks. These inks are my favorite to use, and I'm so excited to have these brand new colors to play with. And it was so awesome to use the Textured Leaves stamp set to create these 3 quick and easy cards. I can't wait to send these out now that autumn has finally arrived, and I can't wait to play more with these inks and with this beautiful stamp set. So I hope you guys love what you saw here. Be sure to shop all of the products that I used today at the link in my video notes. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe to see more close to my heart unboxing and process videos in the future. Happy creating!